Happy Father's Day. It's this weekend. I hope you all get a chance to really enjoy it. Welcome to CG Rated Books. Welcome back to those who are returning. I am Charles Gregory. Now, I wanted to participate in a booktube tag that would theme storytime experiences with our fathers. Considering the upcoming weekend, this is something that I find myself honestly curious about. So I searched the booktube communities to see if, and this has already been done, and found nothing like it. So I thought it would be safe to start one of my own. So here it goes. The questions are listed in the description for those who want to follow along and for those who wish to participate as well. So this booktube tag is for those of us, as I said, who share storytime moments with our fathers as children, but includes extra sets of questions for those current fathers who spend time storytime sharing with their children. I will go through these as the questions go. So I decided to participate in this myself. No sense in just putting it out there and tagging people without participating. So here we go. Question number 1 is, did your father ever read to you as a child? And unfortunately, no. I grew up in a split home, and my father was too far away to actually really have a daily routine or have any kind of nightly interaction with me. So I never really got a chance to experience a lot of story time with my father. And by the time we started traveling and visiting and spending time, I spend time with him often. I know him, but we were in our pre-teens when we first started really being able to spend lots of quality time with him. We did summer visits starting off in our pre-teens. However, my grandmother was my closest family in-home resident and family member, and she used to tell me stories about my grandfather. I don't really have a really close relationship with my grandfather, but he was a bit of a character. And so I did get a chance to imagine and experience pleasant thoughts through time with my grandmother. So it says that question was a no. To continue to question number 8, and the question number 8 is currently going into the bonus section, the reverse side of the tag, and that is, are you a father? If so, if your children are grown, continue to number 9. So I am a father. My children are grown. So question number 9. Did you read to them when they were young? Yes, I did. I didn't get a whole lot of chance to do it. It wasn't something that I was able to do on a regular basis. I did spend a lot of time both as a full, complete family and also as a single parenting father. So my children lived with me, and when we were alone, I did most of my story time with them at that point. Work did kind of start getting in the way at that time. Question number 10. Did you share reading story time with your spouse? Well, to be honest with you, no, not really. I don't believe, I know that we both spent time putting the children to sleep. Story time wasn't something that we concluded to do together. Or something that needed to be done. It was just something that we were able to just pick up on, and something that I emphasized a lot more on when we ended up alone. And when the kids were living with me, it felt more important for me to be able to spend that time doing story time. Question number 11. Did they have a favorite story or book? I honestly spent a lot of time reading a lot of different books. And one of the main books that they remember, I guess it could have been their favorite, but one of the ones that stuck with them the most was Call of the Wild. It was a children's version, short story style, not a picture book, a short story style version of Call of the Wild. And I believe I may still have that book somewhere in my storage unit somewhere. And when the book became a school reading assignment, there was a novel version, a novel that they ended up reading, and then the movie was redone several times through Disney. And the most recent time, it was redone with Harrison Ford, which was an excellent rendition. But I believe that Call of the Wild was probably their favorite. It was the most common, and the fact that we still had that book going into their adult. My children are grown. They're living together on their own, actually, brothers. And the fact that we have got a chance to actually sit back and watch the movie after the movie was recently released was very impactful, very mindful. And I believe we had found that book at one point prior to the movie being released, which is one of the reasons why they wanted to watch the movie so much once the movie came out. And I guess I just went right into question number 12. Question number 12 is, what do you remember most about your story time with them? And honestly, it was so long ago that I remember them falling asleep. And I remember feeling sleepy, reading. It was very personable. But my youngest would have these very imaginative concentration in his eyes. And you can tell that he was fascinated. And I think it was a really, really good opportunity for me to impact on him, to connect with him and bond with him. And one of the reasons why I really thought that this booktube tag would be interesting to hear from others as well, as to how it affected our community, members of our community. So let's see. I honestly believe that some of these questions I'm going to continue on, actually. The way I have it designed is that questions 13 through 17 would literally be more of a sense of fathers who are currently reading to their children, their little children. But question 13 says, how important is story time to them or you? And I think it was very important. I worked very hard. And when we were home together, I seldom made it home before they had to go to sleep. I seldom made it home before when I had an opportunity to read to them. It was a bonding moment for them. It wasn't just an educational moment. It was a bonding moment. I think it may have done a lot for them, more so than just, hearing a story. I think it played a very serious role in our connection with each other. Question 14, do they have a reading preference or a favorite story? I honestly believe that Call of the Wild was their favorite story. I'm probably going to have to take an opportunity to contact them and see, especially with this weekend coming, see how much they remember, see how much it impacted them. Question 15. Did they or do they stay awake until the end or fall asleep before you can finish? And many times they would fall asleep before I could finish or be on their way, falling asleep. Question 16. Do you read a children's story, short story, or a picture book? Now, I did a combination of both because I read The Call of the Wild. I've read that several times to them. Actually, we would come back to it because they did really enjoy that story. But I had almost a complete collection of Dr. Seuss books. And of course, it's being able to show the pictures as well was rather impactful, comical, and very relaxing. So it helps, spark their imagination, sparks their daydreaming. So I did a combination of picture books as well as children's short stories. And then question 17 was, what did you love most about story time with them? And that really was, honestly, just to be able to be in their presence and share that time with them. And that's all the questions for my list. And although I am new, I'm seriously new to the BookTube community. So I am going to send out some tags. I've favorited quite a few folks. I've followed quite a few folks here on the BookTube community. I've got lots of information, lots of helpful information, have reached out and commented on some of their profiles, but I am going to tag, and all the tags are going to be there in the description as well. And please forgive me if I mispronounce these names. These are respectful invitations to join this tag. Dalapo Adokun, right? Adokun. There you go. Desmond Z, Lit Vibes with 5. Very impactful. His BookTube newbie tag was very instrumental in helping me get started. Criminality, yes. Better Than Food. This guy, his book reviews are outstanding. I love the aesthetics in his videos. I love the content in his videos. Very great guy. I hope these tags get a chance to spark some interaction and lead something further down in the road for more. Now, Mike Books Reviews. This guy here was probably one of the first guys I've come across, and he's curious as to what led him, or if he has any of these experiences. Magus at Magus9, and Books Are Sick. He's very down to earth. I love his presentation. He's very comfortable. I enjoy his content. There are some more respectful invitations for a few of the women I have subscribed to and have gotten information from and help from. Alana Estelle, Jen's over at Jen's Reading Life. Laura reads, Gabby likes to read, Nix Read, and Alexandria Hurley. Please accept this as an honest, non-offensive request to join in the tag. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Happy Father's Day to all of you out there. Thank you for joining me.